while the photo, according to Baudrillard, testifies of an absence, but something really took place but now went away forever. Today the photo, the genuine analogous photograph, would rather testify of a presence, of an immediate presence of a subject to the object, what does not happen anymore in the computerizing of images. Ultimate challenge to the synthetic order which is now overwhelming us. The relation of the image to its reference raised already a lot of problems, both of representation, but when the referent is out of the field, and there is actually no representation anymore, when the real object has disappeared into the technical programming of the image, when the image as pure artifact does not reflect anyone or anything, and does not even go through the phase of the negative, can we still speak of an image? Are in fact televisual, numerical and virtual images, are the images at all? Our real world of images will soon cease to exist, and our consumption of images itself will be virtual. If the image, as Plato says, is the confluence of the light emanating from the object and of the light emanating from the eye, then we will soon neither have an object nor an eye, and there's no images anymore. The same problem is for thinking. In the field of artificial intelligence, the thought does not even have time to formulate itself. Maybe the computerization of the image is the perfect mode of the image, and just the same, the computerization of thought, artificial intelligence, would be the achievement of thinking. But just because of this, it is at the same time the total denegation. In the very perfection lies the violence of synthetic images and artificial intelligence. A perfect exorcism of the real as an infant malady of virtuality. And just the same, a perfect exorcism of thought as infant malady of brain engineering. And a perfect exorcism of the image as infant malady of the visuality. That's a bad fate for the image and for thinking and for the real in general. But at the same time, the chance for the genuine photographic image of a pathetic success, as it happens now, of an artificial resurrection, as for an animal species about to disappear. Maybe it is in this symbolic murder of the image and ironical revenge for the murder of the real by the image. The whole dimension of technical, economical and aesthetic values, fashion, market and speculation are drowning the image under the flood. The specificity of the image is that it is in some way a parallel universe, another world, another scene, in two dimensions, not to confuse with our universe in three dimensions, our real universe, a world of representation. This dimensionless makes its magic and its power of illusion. All what reintegrates the image in the third dimension is a potential violence done to the image. Not only the spatial dimension of relief and stereoscopy, relief and the stereoscopy, but even that of movement, of time in the movie, or that of meaning and message, all that reintegrate the image in our world and destroy it as a parallel world. Even worse is the absorption of the image in what we would call the fourth dimension, that of the virtual and the cybernetics. We usually believe that every additional dimension is a plus, but on the contrary, every additional dimension annihilates the former ones in their singularity. The third one annihilates the two-dimensional world, that of the image. As for the fourth one, it annihilates all the other, including the three-dimensional world of representation. It's a strange game. The new world, the brave new world of the virtual, is a world of integral reality. As a world of integral reality, and the world of integral reality has no place for a parallel universe like that of the image, then here is the final solution for image and imagination. Something else very dangerous for the image as a parallel universe is the fact that our whole actual universe itself is becoming image. We have to do with a general conversion of our real world in image, the most vulgar form of visibility, and then how is any parallel universe to be distinguished at all? How can the image save its singularity in a world entirely turned into image? Now the crucial question is there still a chance, a real chance for the image to escape this double violence, the one it exerts and the one it endures, in order to find the original power of the image again, the evil genius of the image. Images that resist the violence of information and communication, to recover beyond all signification and aesthetic value the pure event of the image. Resist the noise, the perpetual rumor of the world through the silence of the image. Resist movement, flow, and acceleration through the stillness of the image. Resist the moral imperative of meaning through the silence of signification. And above all, resist this automatic overflow of images and their perpetual succession. Recover the poignant detail of the object, the punctum, but also the moment of acting, of taking the picture, immediately past and always nostalgic. Opposite to the flow of images produced in real time, indifferent to this other dimension of the becoming image of the object, the time itself. The visual flux of actuality does not know anything but change. It does not know the concept of becoming, which is radically different from change. In this flux, the image does not even have time to become image, as in the sphere of information, thought, or even has hardly a chance to becoming thought. In order for the image and for the object to emerge as such, it has to be put in suspense of meaning, in suspense of the tumultuous operation of the world. It must be captured in the single fantastic moment which is the first encounter, the surprising moment, when things are not yet aware that we are here, and when they have not yet been arranged by analytical order, when our absence is not yet fading away. But this instant is ephemeral. We should not be present to see it. And that does, in a sense, the photographer, hidden behind his lens, himself vanishing, himself disappearing. For this is the price of making objects appear. The price is the disappearance of a subject. In this rule of disappearance and transparency as a secret rule of the image, this one has a close connection to theory. It is the silent consecration of all that which, having achieved itself in the discourse, must now metamorphose itself in something else. And the image is the most beautiful of the metamorphoses of a discourse. It has basically nothing to do with it, but it is as if it had preceded it in an earlier life.